So, you might be wondering, why is a Minecrafter like me explaining a cooking show? The answer is, I don't know, why not? I'm bored. Hell's Kitchen seems to be getting a little more popular, so I'm going to explain each season. So we start off in Season 1, Episode 1. We have Carol Ann, Chris, Elsie, Ralph, Michael, Jimmy from Jimmy John's, Wendy from Wendy's, Jessica, Andrew, Mary Ellen, Dewberry, not the fruit, and Jeff. So they get the first challenge right off the bat, and the challenge is to cook your signature dish in 45 minutes. Their dish has to reflect who they are and or show who they are. As they start, Elsie cuts her finger. What a great way to start a challenge. 45 minutes later, Gordon Ramsay enters the building. Andrew is first up to serve his meal, and Ramsay spits it out. Ramsay called it
is absolute dog.
Mary Ellen is next, and Ramsay doesn't even try it because she did not cook anything. She basically just made a salad. A boring salad. I'm surprised he thinks that food reflects who she is. Now he tries Wendy's food, and for the first time, he actually liked someone's food. Now he tries Jimmy's, and he also spits out the food. The same goes for, no one else actually. Everyone's meal was bad but edible to Chef Ramsay, except for Carol Ann's meal. It was Parmesan chicken. He loved it. And she's not even a chef apparently. Here, look.
She's not even a chef.
Now they are split into two teams, the blue team and the red team. On the blue team, we got Andrew, Mary Ellen, Jessica, Wendy from Wendy's, Ralph, and Michael. On the red team, we got Jimmy from Jimmy John's, Elsie, Dewberry, Chris, Carol Ann, and Jeff. 30 minutes later, they get a surprise from Chef Ramsay. Hell's Kitchen is opening that night. This will be interesting. Right before they start, Jeff and Ralph are selected to be waiters for their teams. Even though there are plenty of waiters in the dining room, Elsie has to start making appetizers, and her first risotto is like one of those blizzards from Dairy Queen that don't fall out of your cup if you hold it upside down. Maybe Dairy Queen would like that, but not Chef Ramsay. Now they are 30 minutes into service, and as expected, no meals have left the kitchen. Because of the long wait, people are starting to leave. The service seems to be doing absolutely great. No one is getting food, and people are leaving. That's what everyone calls a great service, right? Right? An hour later, the red team has finally got some food served. Now the service is over, and Chef Ramsay has to choose a losing team. The blue team served one dessert, and the people liked it. Congrats, you served one thing. Jeff, the waiter on the red team, had bad reviews from his customers. They did not like him, and 2 of the 3 tables he served left. Chef Ramsay decided that the red team was the losing team. What a surprise! Elsie had been chosen to choose 2 people to be put up for elimination. Elsie chooses Carol Ann and Dewberry. Chef Ramsay eliminated Carol Ann because she turned her back on the team. It's the next day after service, and they are woken up by the sous chefs banging pots and pans. That's an alarm clock sound I need when I need to wake up. So their next challenge is to clean squids and keep them in one piece. It has to be in one piece because they are serving it for the second dinner service. Since there was an uneven amount of people on the teams, Michael got to sit out on this challenge. The goal is to have the most amount of properly cleaned squid. The red team got 6 acceptable squid, and the blue team got 5. The red team won, and now they get to eat with Chef Ramsay. Blue's team punishment for losing was that they have to clean squid until the red team finish eating dinner with Ramsay. Sounds fun! So later the next day, everyone hears that there is something wrong with Jeff. He has kidney stones, and he was in major pain. This could affect how he does during the second dinner service. Right before the second dinner service, Blue team apparently can't have the AC on because they lost the squid challenge. The second service has started, and both teams are actually sending out some food, and the diners like it. Throughout the service, people are messing up or being slow, but that seems to be normal. Now there's a problem with Jeff. He is having pain again because he has another kidney stone. He manages to pull through. Near the end of the service, everything slows down dramatically, and one table decides to order pizza and eat it in Hell's Kitchen. One of the customers got really mad and blamed it on JP, the main waiter, and got kicked out. Now Chef Ramsay has to shut everything down. The red team lost again. Chef Ramsay chose Chris to choose 2 people to be put up for elimination. The 2 people put up for elimination are Dewberry, again, and Jeff. Dewberry was eliminated because he freaked out during dinner service and turned his back on the team. It's the next day, and Michael is now switching over to the red team since the red team was down by 2 people. Now it's even. Their next challenge is to go to a store, buy some ingredients, and make a great meal for our VIP, Chef Ramsay himself. Each team is given $100 to make a great 5-course meal, and they only have 10 minutes to choose their ingredients. The first meal served to Ramsay was made by Jessica. Ramsay said,
It's tasteless. Doesn't do much for me, to be honest.
Elsie on the red team presents a salad and gets good remarks from Chef Ramsay. Ralph on the blue team is now serving his 2nd-course meal and Chef Ramsay likes it. Jeff presents his 2nd-course meal and Chef Ramsay also liked it. Wendy serves her 3rd-course meal. Chef Ramsay thought,
It's always very tasty.
Thank you.
I like that.
Chris's meal was not as good though. Andrew's 4th-course meal was the worst so far because Ralph decided to put white peaches on it. Why would you want to put peaches on a ribeye?
I didn't know what the hell was going on with the peaches. Ralph decided to grill them and put them alongside the steak.
Grilled white peaches. Yeah, baby.
Michael presents his dish, and it's not like the others. It was a very good meal, and he even made the Hell's Kitchen logo on the plate with mushrooms. Now Mary Ellen is serving her dessert to Chef Ramsay, and again, he liked what he got. Jimmy's meal was disappointing to Chef Ramsay. The teams are tied up because Chef Ramsay liked 3 dishes from each team. He made a decision, and the red team won the challenge. The punishment for the blue team is to clean the dorm. During the 3rd service, Jeff left the hot tray on the cool table, but he did not put a towel over it, which indicates that the tray is hot. So Elsie picked it up and burned her hand. Way to go, Jeff. Jeff continues to mess up during the service. The diners also don't like Jeff's meals he made. Later on, Andrew messes up a risotto and it's too salty, and one of the customers got sick and left. At this point, Jeff got really mad and decided to leave Hell's Kitchen for good. This is now the worst service in Hell's Kitchen and the worst service in Chef Ramsay's career. Jeez. The blue team lost again and Ralph has to choose 2 people to be put up for an elimination. He chooses Wendy from Wendy's and Andrew. Wendy was eliminated because she messed up on the meat station and it slowed the whole service down. Also,
Why is the spaghetti not in there yet?
The water's not at a rolling
The
boil.
water's not boiling. Did you top it up with cold water?
Yes, Chef.
Why did you put cold water in there?
I thought cold water was supposed to boil faster than hot water.
What?
Episode 4. It's the next morning, and they all woke up to some loud noise. 2 air horns. While the teams are getting everything ready for dinner service, Chef Ramsay sends them all over to John Philippe, aka JP. He teaches them how to set up each table. After JP finished talking, Chef Ramsay gave them their next challenge. They have to set up the perfect dining table in 5 minutes. But Chef Ramsay destroyed what JP's table looked like so they wouldn't cheat. Time is up, and Chef Ramsay takes a look at the red team's table first. He said it looked scruffy. The chairs are not evenly pushed in. Some of the plates are hanging off of the table. The napkins are folded wrong. A whole lot of fingerprints on the glasses. That's 4 mistakes. On the blue team, some of the glasses were too close to the plates, so if someone lifted it up, it would hit the plate from beneath. That was their only mistake. The blue team won. The red team's punishment for losing is that they have to set up all of the dining room tables perfectly for tomorrow night's service. They also have to polish everything. It's the next day. Now dinner service is starting, and right off the bat, Andrew did not hear what the first orders were. That's one way to get Chef Ramsay annoyed. Besides that, the blue team is serving their appetizers quickly and smoothly. On the red team, Elsie is starting to fall behind on the meat station. Later on, Andrew is starting to put up the wrong garnishes to the wrong meals. The red team is starting to serve their entrees, but Jimmy is messing up the garnishes as well. Andrew continues to mess up, and now they have to restart some of the diners' orders. When the blue team is down to 5 tickets left, Mary Ellen starts to make mistakes and it's holding the team back. Dinner service is now over and the red team won. Chef Ramsay informs Jessica that she gets to nominate 2 people to be put up for elimination. Jessica chooses Andrew and Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen was eliminated. Jessica only chose Mary Ellen because she was trying to get Andrew out by putting her up there, thinking that Mary Ellen was going to be safe. Chef Ramsay chose Mary Ellen because she was very inconsistent. Episode 5. Now Andrew is realizing he is getting picked on, and he now thinks Hell's Kitchen is like hell. I mean, what do you expect? You're working in a place called Hell's Kitchen, and that's what the TV show is called.
This is the most hostile environment I've ever worked in, and that is hell.
It's the next morning, and Chef Ramsay asks Ralph who he thinks the strongest and weakest links are on the team. He said,
I gotta put myself out there right now as a strong link in the team. He said that Andrew would have to be our weakest link presently.
The same question is asked to Chris. He says,
I believe I'm the strongest chef. Jimmy's the weakest.
Jimmy says,
It gets me a little riled up, well, you know, and I'm going to show him that the weakest link can go from the bottom to the top.
the teams learn that the dinner service will be an Italian night. He shows them how to make pasta. After Chef Ramsay puts his pasta on Chris, he tells him he will sit out of the challenge. The challenge is to make the most pasta that is good to Chef Ramsay's standards. The prize is unknown, but Chef Ramsay says it's an amazing one. While Chef Ramsay is weighing the amount of good pasta for each team, the weight is getting very close. The blue team finished with 2.41 pounds, and at the moment, the red team has 2.39. After Chef Ramsay finished for the red team, they won with 2.45 pounds. It was very close. The blue team now has to make pasta all day for the next dinner service, as the red team gets to eat Italian food on a boat for the evening. When the blue team finished making pasta, the red team came back and saw racks upon racks of pasta. Later that night, Michael goes out to talk to himself and make himself feel more comfortable and more confident. It's the next day and Chef Ramsay has some important news. Right before dinner service, they learned that the entire place is fully booked twice in a row that one night. As the first full house arrives, one team cooks for 2 hours and the other team serves for those 2 hours. After the 2 hours are up, each team switch roles and do the same thing again. 1 hour before dinner service, the red team has to make a choice if they wanted to serve or cook first, since they won the last challenge. They decided to cook first. This means the blue team has to serve first. The service has started and Jimmy keeps putting up food on dirty plates and bowls. It took them an entire hour, half of their time, to give the diners starters. Some of the tables either did not have a menu or silverware. Now because of Chris, the main courses are not coming out. Keep in mind, he said he was the strongest link in the team earlier. Michael was working on desserts instead of helping his teammates with cooking. My opinion, they don't always need to get help. Here's what Michael says about this.
In the past, I had definitely done a lot of work for the other people, but I can't keep helping people in order for them to survive.
As the time is getting close, Jessica is giving out random meals to random diners. Time is up and the red team only served a few desserts and half of the main courses. The teams now switch. The blue team get into a little argument before the second half starts. The red team knows that the blue team will be down on lasagna since it's hard to make and they are low on ingredients. So they convince their customers to order it. Ralph sends up some food, but he splashed some tomato sauce on everything and Chef Ramsay got really mad. Now Jimmy has run into a problem. Since he was running around everywhere, he is dropping his orders and sweating, and the diners are noticing it. Jimmy accidentally served table 23's food to table 24, and table 23 ate the food. Did you not notice that's not your food, people? Now Jimmy has to tell Chef Ramsay. Now the blue team has a problem. They are cooking food too slowly and everything is falling behind. This was the red team's plan all along and it's working. The blue team's 2 hours are up and they did worse than the red team when it came to serving food. The dinner service is now over and Chef Ramsay will decide who the winning and losing team is by reading customer comment cards. Here are the results.
You actually served more food than the blue team. Blue team, you actually left 42 of your diner with no main courses. But according to the food you served, it was actually rated higher than the red. Your service was good. Service in the red team, I don't need to say much about that, do I? It was pretty dismal. And you had one more person in there. This is the hardest decision I've had to make. And the losing team tonight is the red team.
As you heard, the red team is the losing team. Chef Ramsay wants Michael to nominate 2 people to be put up for elimination. After thinking about it for a while, he chooses Elsie and Chris. It's a little shocking because Chris and Michael were good friends and even had a plan to see each other in the finals. Chef Ramsay decided that Chris needed to go home and leave Hell's Kitchen. He chose Chris because he was constantly self-promoting himself and saying he was good because he is an executive chef. Also, I did say keep in mind that he said he was the strongest one in the team. Clearly, he was not. Episode 6. It's the next day, and right off the bat, they have a challenge. They will be blindfolded and served random ingredients. Chef Ramsay thinks a master chef should have an impeccable palate, meaning they know everything they taste as they taste it. Every team will get to taste 4 different ingredients, and whichever team gets the most right wins. The winning team gets to hang out with Chef Ramsay for the day, while the losing team has to clean everything they use in the kitchen the last dinner service. First up is Jimmy and Andrew.
Both have got chicken in their mouths.
Feels like chicken, tastes like chicken.
It tasted like a meat tortellini.
Both Jimmy and Andrew miss the next 2.
White radish.
Parsnip.
Radish, chef.
Next up is Jessica and Elsie.
Pork. Pork?
scallops. Open wide.
Liver.
Baby scallop?
Baby scallop. Well done. Caesar salad dressing.
Vinaigrette.
Caesar salad dressing?
Well done.
Beef out of the Wellingtons, filet mignon.
A ground beef or burger?
Well done.
The last duo is Michael and Ralph.
Beef with fat, chef.
And some awful, man. Something from a cow that I shouldn't be eating.
Romaine lettuce, chef.
That was baby spinach.
The red team won the challenge. Now the blue team has to clean and a few other things. Fast forward, the red team is back and the blue team is still cleaning. About an hour later, Chef Ramsay calls and tells everyone to get fully dressed and meet him in the dining room. When they get to the dining room, Chef Ramsay tells them that each team will be making their own menu for tomorrow night's dinner service. The red team were agreeing on everything and doing good. I can't say the same for the blue team. Ralph is taking over. Here's what Andrew has to say about this.
This was supposed to be a group effort, but it was more of a group effort underneath Ralph.
Andrew and his team wanted to see if they had chicken in the supply room, and there was. Andrew wanted to make the door be able to stay open without putting in the code later, even though the team should already have enough food in the kitchen. Worst timing ever, one of the sous chefs saw him putting tape on the door as they were walking in the hallway. Now the chicken stays in the room where they got it from until they need it. Hell's Kitchen is now open and every person gets to decide if they want to order from the blue menu or the red menu. Chef Ramsay will decide who the winning team is by the amount of people who order from each menu and the quality of the food and the reviews. It's all up to the customers. As they start, Jimmy shows he can cook quickly, but the quality is trash. The scallop was undercooked. Some tables have one person eating from the blue menu and the other person eating from the red menu. Right now, only the people who ordered from the blue menu are getting their food, leaving the other person at the table with no food, watching the other person eat. One of the blue team's dish comes back because the customer found a hair in it. Disgusting! An hour into dinner service, the red team is finally sending out food. The blue team is starting to crumble because their fish is getting sent back. They are failing the quality test. The red team is starting to excel since they are sending good food out quickly. But the customers are saying Elsie's paella has no seasoning to it. The good thing for the red team is the customers are not sharing this to the waiters. The dinner service is now over. Chef liked the way the service went. He did not like that Jimmy couldn't get anything out in the beginning. Let's hear the results from Chef Ramsay.
Red team, 42 diners chose your menu. Not bad. Blue team, 53 diners chose your menu. They said it was more appealing. The losing team tonight, the blue team.
Chef Ramsay wants Jessica to choose who she thinks should be out. She chose Andrew, but Chef Ramsay had someone else in mind. He brought up Ralph as well. After hearing what they had to say of why they should stay in and not be eliminated, Andrew was eliminated. Episode 7. Jessica's second attempt on trying to get Andrew out succeeded, but it was a close call for Ralph. The next morning, they are sent over to the dining room. They all get black jackets from Chef Ramsay. They will be on one team, competing as individuals now. This is a huge accomplishment to them all. This is all getting closer to the end, but it's not the end yet. After they get dressed up, they are ready to start their first individual challenge. Chef Ramsay believes that serving tableside adds excitement to the dining room and takes pressure off of the kitchen. So their challenge is to recreate Chef Ramsay's dessert. He shows them how to make it. Now it's their turn. The winner gets to enjoy a trip with Chef Ramsay. The losers have to clean. The timer has started and they have 5 minutes to grab their ingredients and cook the dessert. Chef Ramsay will judge them on taste, flavor, and presentation. Jessica accidentally burns her sugar, so now she is in a little bit of trouble. Jimmy starts knocking over everything as Chef Ramsay finds it funny. So did I. Time's now up and Chef Ramsay starts judging. Here are the results.
Michael, how did you find that?
I dropped my mango and made a big mess.
Caramel's nice. Not too much alcohol in there. Unfortunately, presentation-wise, it looks like Jimmy's plate. Dirty. Ralph.
Yes, chef.
Caramel's got a nice colour. Very good.
Thank you, chef.
Unfortunately, forgot to dust the fruit in the icing sugar. Jessica.
Yes, chef.
Have you done this before?
Once or twice in my life.
Unfortunately, I've got raw sugar on the banana. Elsie. Nice light colour on the caramel. Nice. Caramel tasting really nice. Clean plate. Jimmy.
Yes, chef.
Have you made one of these before?
Never, chef.
Never. First time flambe.
Yes, chef.
Mango warm in the centre. It's a choice between Jimmy and Elsie's.
Jimmy won. It was a little shocking to him because he is known for either being dirty or being clumsy. Now he is faced with a hard choice.
Because you're the winner, you get to pick one of them to come with you.
He chooses Michael. As the losers clean, Michael and Jimmy get to go on a helicopter and see all of Los Angeles. When they landed, they were served food and champagne. After all of that, they all learned that all of the meals on the red and blue team's menus, the previous dinner service, will be combined in one menu. They are all lined up and Chef Ramsay tells them that there will be a table side for each table. Jimmy gets to choose who will do that since he won the last challenge. He chooses Elsie. She will make a Caesar salad and that dessert that they made in the challenge. Minutes before dinner service, Chef Ramsay gets rid of the sous chefs to see how well the 5 remaining ones do. The appetizers are getting sent out really quickly and nothing is getting sent back. Elsie starts off rough by forgetting her bowl and convincing one of the diners that it's her first time making a salad. Later on, the power randomly goes out. No one left and everyone in the kitchen were not affected. Quickly, the power was back on. Jimmy made another stupid mistake. To make his part of the kitchen look more clean, he started throwing things in the trash and accidentally threw his lobster away. Now he can't find it and he has to remake it. Jessica runs into a problem. She does not have any more fillets left. Michael came and saved the day and walked out of the kitchen and found some for her. When the dinner service was almost over, Jimmy messed up a risotto. This pushed Chef Ramsay to his limit. After Jessica and Jimmy messed up at the same time later on, Chef Ramsay decided to shut it all down. The dinner service was almost successful. Since Ralph had an amazing performance, Chef Ramsay is letting him choose 2 people to be put up for elimination. His nominees are Jimmy and Jessica. Jimmy was eliminated. He got out because he fell back during the service. I guess you can't be sure you're safe after winning a challenge. Episode 8. The next morning, Chef Ramsay tells them to come to the kitchen. Chef Ramsay gives them a challenge. Apparently, he gives this challenge to everyone he hires. They all have to make a good meal made from leftover ingredients that were not used. Whoever wins gets to do what every cook wants to do. It's a surprise for now. The 15 minutes have started and everyone's getting off to a good start. Chef Ramsay will be judging them on creativity, taste, and presentation. Jessica kind of cheats and continues setting up her dish after the timer is up for only a few seconds. Here are the results.
Jessica, reveal what you've done.
I did a beef stew and berries and cream dessert, chef.
Pass over your dish, please. Thank you. First one. It actually looks a mess, but it tastes delicious. The presentation 0, but flavour, good flavour. Not bad.
I have a pasta here, and then I have chicken wings.
This is opposite to Jessica's. Actually looks quite nice, but doesn't really taste as nice as it looks.
Oh, man.
Sauté of chicken drumstick. It's accompanied by some on-the-fly Holmes Lyonnaise with a natural thyme sauce.
Presentation-wise, spot on. Flavour, not bad. Unfortunately, the raw onion, it's very, very crunchy. Not a clever utilisation of the ingredients.
I made a traditional chicken soup, my hangover special.
It looks like something out of a Suez Canal. That's delicious. That person is Elsie.
Elsie won, and she did not know her prize till the next morning. She gets to go on Good Day Live and make a risotto on TV, live. The losers have to do prep like they do almost every day while she's there. As Elsie was on Good Day Live, the losers had to watch her on TV. Moving on to the next dinner service. As Chef Ramsay calls out an order, no one says yes, chef, after he asks them to. Jessica still does not. She also sends out an unneat looking salad, so she has to make it look better. Not a good start, Jessica. With the help of Michael and Ralph, food is starting to get sent out quicker. Elsie starts to crumble, and Chef Ramsay tells her to take a 1-minute breather. After Chef Ramsay sees 2 tables leave, he shuts it all down. The season is almost over and they still can't have a fully finished service. It's over, and now since Chef Ramsay believes no one should nominate anyone, he will send them back to the kitchen and nominate 2 people himself. When they return, Chef Ramsay chooses Jessica and Elsie. After thinking about it for a moment, Elsie gets eliminated because she cracked under pressure, and that should not happen at this point. But Chef Ramsay has some things to say to her right before she goes.
You've made a lot of people happy and very proud. You've come a long way. And for a woman that's never spent an hour in a professional kitchen, you impressed me. And behind that, you touched my heart.
Episode 9. Chef Ramsay calls in and tells the chefs to get in the kitchen. At the time, it's 4 in the morning. When they get down, they are told that they have no bread, so they need to make some for the next dinner service. It's now 7 in the morning and they finally finish. At around 9, they get another challenge. They have to make the perfect souffle, but they can put whatever they want in it. After they finish, Chef Ramsay judges them. Let's see what he has to say.
Jessica looks a little bit spongy. That's pretty. Ralph, you needed to put more egg white in there to lift it. Michael, when you taste that, you'll understand that it needs more sugar. The winner is Ralph. First.
Since Ralph got first, he gets to choose what ingredient he wants first. He got upset because everyone else who won the challenge went out somewhere and had fun, and he didn't. He just get the chosen ingredient. They get to choose an ingredient because they will be serving their own meal for that night's service. Let's hear what they are going to make.
Sesame crusted big eye tuna.
Filet mignon.
Chicken.
Before dinner service starts, they heard they will be judged on if the diners liked what they got and their performance. Now they are into dinner service, and there was a little surprise. Each person's family members will eat all 3 meals, and after service tell the chefs whose meal was better, but they don't know whose is who, so it will be a surprise to them. Since nothing really happened in the kitchen, we will see the results.
It was the tuna.
Ralph's mum.
It was the tuna.
I enjoyed the tuna best as well.
The tuna.
The tuna.
Favorite was the chicken.
Filet mignon. It was the beef.
The filet.
It was the tuna.
On the spot, Jessica gets eliminated because she had the least amount of votes towards her chicken. Episode 10, the final episode. Like always, it's the next day, and they have a final challenge. It's not like any other. The dining room is split into 2, and each team will design their side. They also will make their own full menu. And if that's not enough, some of the eliminated contestants come back to be on either Ralph's or Michael's team. Before we see who is on what team, they have another challenge. They have to cook something and serve it to the public, but each person decides whose dish is better. Let's see the results.
This one. Oh! I can't. No more than him.
Michael demolished Ralph. Now let's see who is on what team.
Jessica first.
Andrew.
Benderable Jimmy.
Wendy Lou.
Elsie.
Blueberry on my.
Now that they have their chefs, let's move on over to dinner service. Their last dinner service in Hell's Kitchen. I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. The winner gets their own restaurant and get a huge pay. Andrew cuts his thumb really badly, but is able to stay in and help Ralph. Michael's team is not working together as a team because he is not leading them as a team very well. But the food is coming out great. Wendy starts to mess up, and now everyone has to restart a table's order for their second time. Later on, one of Michael's dishes gets sent back. The lady who ate it almost ate plastic. This was Elsie's fault for not taking it out, and Michael's fault for not noticing it. Throughout the rest of the service, Michael's team does very good, but Ralph's team are not doing as well. Their service is now over, and the eliminated contestants go to the dorms. They are blindfolded and brought over to 2 doors. They each stand in front of one that is assigned to them. When Chef Ramsay says so, they will try to open their doors. Whoever goes through is the winner. Whichever door is locked means you got second place. This is the moment we have all been waiting for.
Turn around and face the doors, please. 1, 2, 3.
Michael won the competition. Michael is the first person to win on Hell's Kitchen. Well, if you guys like the video, give me a sub. Bye.